Hi, this is Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today's video is about the Rocky movies and soundtrack. The Rocky got released back in 1976 today. So this movie about 44 years old, and this was a good movie. This is a special edition version of it, and this is a movie about a boxer that had bad luck and everything. And they made about five real movies of this and two spin-offs. And then the soundtrack came out in the same year, 1976. I don't know if they made any more soundtracks to all the other movies because I don't have no record of the other movies. And this movie had the best soundtrack for the time. I can't think of any other movie from this year or from 1976 that had a good soundtrack. I think Jaws, but that was 1975. And then you had Saturday Night Fever, that was 77. And this movie beat a lot of good movies for the time. Yeah, this movie came out in December 3rd, and this movie had beat both Clint Eastwood movies, the Enforcer and the Outlaw Josie Wells. It beat Carrie. It beat One Flew Over the Cuckoo Nest, because I was still at the theater when this came out. It knocked out King Kong. Of course, that movie was kind of boring anyway, so anyone could knock that movie out. But this new actor knocked out a lot of good actors, and this movie is so good today. It comes on TV once in a blue moon. Unless you got cable, and it comes on a lot. But so this will be a short video, and I think everyone saw this movie too. It's been out for 44 years, and if you have seen this movie when it first came out of theaters, leave it in the comments and tell me how you saw it, how and if you liked it way back when, and if you had the soundtrack, you can leave it in the comments too. Because the soundtrack I got it a long time ago, probably back in the 80s. So this thing was already old when I got it. And I never had the movie until I was in my 30s. I seen it on TV 100 times when I was younger. It came on regular TV back in the days, and then it came on cable. Then it went back to regular TV when they went to the digital TV. So I seen this movie 100 times, and I seen all the other five movies too. I like the third one better, Rocky 3 with Mr. T. But this is just as good. And this movie probably was the first movie that didn't have an upbeat ending. Cause most movies have an ending that's happy and everybody's happy about it. This didn't have a happy ending. You even had another newcomer, kind of, or what's that poor guy named? Carl Weather. He did a lot of black movies back before this came out. So this is his first, you can say his first main movie that he did with a new actor also. So in a sense, you had two new actors, one actor that was around since the 70s, but he did a real giant Hollywood movie, and then you had Sylvester Stallone, who had a couple of movies before this came out, and he did a couple of guest appearances in big Hollywood movies, but it was his first come out. And then you had the Penguin, and this was his comeback movie. Like I think he retired after the Batman show left. No, I think he did one. He did one movie with Kirk Douglas. Um, It was a comedy cowboy, the man in the cricket soup or something like that. Nah, I think that was it. I don't remember any other movie he did in the '70s except this one. And if you know that Kurt Dulles film, you can leave it in the comments too. And see who else was in this movie. Oh, you have Burt Young. He did a couple of Robert Redford episodes, and I think he did one or two movies before this came out too. Unless they came out in the '70s, the late '70s. That's how I've seen the two movies. And then I think that was it. I don't see anyone else in here. Now you got Sylvester Stallone's brother who did one song in here, and it's on the soundtrack too. So what I'm gonna do is do the soundtrack, the trailer. So we're gonna throw everything at you about Rocky birthday. So far, the soundtrack should come. You should be seeing the soundtrack now because I'm doing it backwards. Mostly, I would do the video. I'll be talking about it, the trailer, then the soundtrack. But because I forgot to film the soundtrack at nighttime, not the soundtrack, the trailer. You get the trailer tonight. You get the soundtrack now, and you get this video after I get done recording it. So, if you did like the Rocky movies, leave it in the comments. Tell me which one you like the best. If you like this one, that's even better. And if you've seen the other two new Rocky films, or the Creed Part 1 and Part 2, you can leave it in the comments also, but I count that as part of the Rocky series. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment. And let's see, put this in the video too. And have a groovy day. We'll have another video coming out real soon.